Hi, I'm Phoebe and I'm just taking some Google Maps street photographs in Tokyo in a small city called Troy City. I'm a film photographer and a street photographer, so that's kind of where I'm coming from in my approach to taking these photographs, so I hope you like it. So it's a really tiny city in Tokyo, and I thought when I first went there, on Google Streets, I thought that the small, narrow side streets and the tall buildings would just be perfect to take these photos, because the lights and the shadows that were kind of being cast were just really interesting, and that's kind of what I kind of look out for when I'm taking pictures. So all credit to Google for the original pictures that I'm using, the street view pictures that were taken in I don't even know when, 2018, 2013, 2014, they were taken over many years. When I take my pictures, I basically go around Street View and I take screenshots. So I use the zooming and I use panning and tilting in order to just sort of arrange my shot, and then I take a screenshot. Then I take that into Photoshop as well as VSCO and just edit it. I'm looking for green and orange tones in my editing because that reflects film photography more. Since lockdown it's kind of been difficult, especially since I use my school darkroom and Snappy Snaps to get my pictures developed and scanned. So yeah, I've been taking portraits of my family, but I've also been going on Google Maps to be doing some street photography, because it's really good if you want to practice your composition, if you want to practice different kind of ways that you can approach it. So my approach is I really like businessmen and I really like shadows that are cast by tall buildings. So that's what I've been looking out for. And I want their edited look to kind of reflect the film that I use, which is quite cheap film stock. So Fuji C200, which is just it has a kind of green undertone sometimes, but also an orange undertone too. Looking for colour as well, for things that are similar colours, as well as symmetry. I'm quite lucky that Google's taken these photos and they're all quite well exposed. But I also kind of blowing out a little bit, overexposing just a tiny bit. I think that emulates film as well, that kind of disposable camera feeling. I'm thinking of maybe doing these in a couple different places around the world. I've done some around where I live, in Croydon. I've done some in Nice as well, where my family's from. I'm just kind of going to try and find some places around the world where I can take some street photos on Google Maps. I thought it might also be interesting to sort of talk about my influences as well when I'm taking pictures. I'm definitely influenced a lot by Saul Leiter, I don't really know how you say it, but I went to one of his exhibitions a long time ago. And that's actually inspired me a lot. So there's a shot that I've taken maybe a little bit earlier of a woman crossing a street with an umbrella, and I think that just totally emulates it. I know that his style is very much America, but yeah, I don't know, I just love it. Oh, here's the shot, with the umbrella. That just totally made me think of him, and I love how the white of the umbrella matches the white of the zebra crossing. I think it goes really well. This is what I mean about kind of looking for colours and little coincidences. That's what I think makes it quite fun and playful. Another thing I actually quite like about this is the blurring of the faces, because I know that sometimes there's this whole thing about ethics in street photography. When you're taking a photo, you think a lot about how the person in the photo is feeling when you're taking it, and it feels quite voyeuristic sometimes. But the fact the faces are blurred, I think, I don't know, you kind of see them as maybe less human and more elements of your photography, of your photo, of your composition. And I guess also they're not recognisable, so that's good for them as well. yeah, I don't know, I wonder what other people think about ethics in street photography, because it's something that I think about a lot. I think as long as you're not like flashing them in the face like Bruce Gilden, I think that maybe figures can have an architectural like quality to them, and I kind of see them in that way as like elements of the photo rather than the subjects. So I don't tend to do like big close-ups in street photography because that's just like not really my style. I think that humans should play maybe like a secondary or like minimal role in the photograph. Yeah, so I quite like the Coca-Cola van because I thought the guy's shirt matches it. The colours are quite nice. Yeah, so I wonder where I'm gonna go next. I'm thinking maybe let's go to Berlin. Yeah, I just watched Unorthodox. It was really good, I really loved it. Maybe even going to San Francisco. That's kind of where I'd love to go there. New York. I don't know, I just kind of want to travel this way. I think it's quite fun. And when you've been taking the picture and editing it, you kind of feel like you grow a kind of an attachment to these people. They have blurred faces, you don't really know who they are, but yeah. Interesting. I really like the picture of the, I'm assuming she's his mother, or maybe his wife, or just his friend, taking a photograph of the man with the flowers and plants, and it's really nice. Oh, and I love this one as well with the supermarket. I think the red behind the guy's head just looks really like iconic. I was quite lucky, these kind of like compositions that occur like out of nowhere. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe you should subscribe to me or like this video because I might post more. I definitely will because it's really fun. See you soon.